control. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Not
There
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Joe Rogan and Katt Williams just did the unthinkable. They teamed up, and they're not holding back anymore. We're talking about a full-scale exposure of Hollywood's darkest secrets. Names people thought were untouchable, celebrities hiding in plain sight, and an alleged industry-wide conspiracy that goes deeper than anyone imagined. And according to these claims, what Joe Rogan and Katt Williams are about to expose could shake the entertainment industry to its core.
He was the guy who told me about Epstein's Island more than a decade ago, and I thought it was the craziest thing I'd ever heard. I was like, what are you saying? There's an island, like it sounds like a plot in a movie. There's an island where they fly famous, rich scientists and politicians, and they compromise them with underage girls and get it on film so they could use it against them. I'm like, what? That sounds like lizard people.
The discussion includes Epstein's Island, alleged recruitment operations, and some of the biggest names in music, film, and tech who are rumored to have played roles in bringing younger celebrities into these circles. Names like Jay-Z and Beyonce continue to surface in online speculation, not just as participants, but allegedly as recruiters.
He was the first one to warn me about a social credit score system. He's like, they're going to try to implement a social credit score system, and your money is going to be tied. They'll have centralized digital currency, and your money will be tied to your social credit score system, and you step out of line, you won't be able to buy things.
According to the narrative being shared online, Joe and Katt are now connecting dots and discussing what they describe as a recruitment pipeline that allegedly funneled young celebrities into Jeffrey Epstein's world. The story quickly turns darker from there. Joe Rogan has hinted at concerns surrounding Epstein for years. He's spoken with figures like Alex Jones and Eric Weinstein, who discussed Epstein long before the case exploded into mainstream headlines.
Chris Tucker, what we got now is Epstein Island. Smoky.
But Joe mostly kept his distance publicly until recently. Over time, he reportedly became more interested in claims about blackmail operations, systems of control, and how elites maintain power. That's where Katt Williams entered the picture. Katt has spent years publicly criticizing Hollywood figures. He has called out people like Chris Tucker, Ashton Kutcher, Nick Cannon, Jay-Z, and Beyonce in interviews and podcasts. While many dismissed him, others believed there might be more behind his statements. According to rumors circulating online, Joe Rogan and Katt Williams allegedly began privately comparing information and discussing timelines, stories, and connections tied to Epstein and Hollywood elites. The claim is that Joe brought research and public documents, while Katt brought insider stories and firsthand accounts from the entertainment industry.
I think it is highly offensive for people who are smart enough to really know what's happening. Look, y'all talk all that about R. Kelly. Beyonce was on that island where they was kids. Damn! Beyonce was on Pedo Island.
Together, they are now being described online as an unstoppable force, preparing to expose celebrities allegedly linked to Epstein.
You take people like Jay-Z and Pusha T, they made their living our people. So how the f they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much.
But the discussion goes beyond politicians and billionaires. The theory claims that younger actors, musicians, and models were also brought into elite circles through trusted celebrity figures.
And those kind of honeypot operations, they let these freaks know, like, hey, you're going to be safe with me. Charlie will take care of everything. Look, Bill Clinton used to come here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to the
and
island.
Not that big endorsement. It's like presidents were here, so it must be a secure area.
Jay-Z and Beyonce are among the names most frequently mentioned in these rumors. Supporters of the theory point to old footage, industry connections, and appearances at parties involving controversial figures like Harvey Weinstein and Sean Combs.
And what do you think she gets out of it? Well, she gets money. When you bring models or people that can easily be manipulated, you get funded. You get funded. How does she own an island being a supermodel?
I didn't know she owns an island.
Yeah, she owns an island.
Some also reference statements previously made by Kanye West, claiming he tried to warn people years ago.
I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people who regret ever knowing him. You know, every minute I spent with him, I regret and I, apologize that I did that.
The theory suggests that major celebrities allegedly helped younger artists feel comfortable attending exclusive events.
I also met Jeffrey Epstein exactly one time.
Did you?
Yes, because I wanted to see who this man was. And I regretted it from the second I stepped in the door. He was abhorrent. He was evil personified. I had nightmares about it after.
The idea is that if someone trusted figures like Jay-Z or Beyonce, they would be less likely to question the environment around them.
The Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island. Not Smokey. And I didn't know no better, I tell you, he's the greatest.
Joe Rogan has reportedly discussed how influential names can make questionable situations appear safe or glamorous to newcomers in entertainment events.
You knew Jeffrey Epstein, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. We flew Bill Clinton and a lot of different, that was a humanitarian trip to Africa.
Another name repeatedly mentioned is Naomi Campbell. Online discussions often reference her connections to Epstein, including flights on the Lolita Express. Katt Williams allegedly suggested that some powerful figures in fashion and entertainment acted as recruiters for aspiring young models and celebrities. The conversation also expands into tech and politics. Bill Gates is frequently mentioned in online speculation, involving emails and meetings connected to Epstein. Rumors claim that Gates' relationship with Epstein contributed to tension in his marriage to Melinda French Gates Foundation.
It's truly Babylon if this is the case. And so I would never speak out about it too much because I didn't want people to be like, what the f you talking about? Like, there's no way. Like, it's Pizzagate. If somebody told you about the Epstein and you'd be like, man, come on now. This billionaire is really taking, and what, because I don't want to f it up, but someone that worked for him, even on the child protective services side, was actually snatching those kids that were supposed to be missing kids and providing them to, like, that shit in itself sounds ridiculous.
Then there's Elon Musk. His name reportedly surfaced in documents and emails discussing meetings and parties connected to Epstein's circle. Critics online question whether some billionaires knew more than they publicly admitted. Katt Williams allegedly believes many powerful people assumed their status would protect them from consequences. Chris Tucker is another celebrity often discussed in these theories because of his flight on Epstein's plane alongside Bill Clinton and Kevin Spacey during a humanitarian trip to Africa. Supporters of the conspiracy argue that these connections deserve more scrutiny. The discussion becomes even more controversial when it shifts toward rumors of secret rituals, coded language, and internet conspiracy theories like Pizzagate. Joe Rogan has spoken publicly about how Epstein-related revelations caused many people to revisit old theories they once dismissed. Some internet users point to unusual patterns in leaked emails and documents, though none of these claims have been conclusively proven. Katt Williams has also hinted for years at darker allegations involving elites in Hollywood. Online speculation escalates into claims about blackmail, exploitation, and even extreme rumors involving cannibalism. These theories remain unverified, but supporters argue that the growing number of testimonies and leaked documents keeps fueling suspicion.
And the kids were not always enthusiastic about the food that they were being served. So they were always trying to call for pizzas. And you can't order a pizza to the White House.
Would love you to come over for pizza, bud. How was the pizza? Was it good?
Oh, what?
He make it himself? Pizza was better than Clunes. They both made, everybody made a certain kind of pizza.
There's no pizza we didn't love.
Something.
Should eat pizza. I was like, no, I don't want to. And I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to. Then where did we go? Went True Kitchen.
Hold on. You can promote whatever you want, but you need to take a step back because you just said something crazy. What do you mean, why would you want to eat pizza?
According to these online narratives, Joe Rogan and Katt Williams believe many powerful figures are being protected. They claim there may be hidden videos, sealed files, and suppressed evidence involving celebrities, politicians, billionaires, and even members of the British royal family. The theory suggests Epstein operated as an intelligence asset connected to agencies and blackmail operations. Names like Ashton Kutcher are also mentioned because of alleged links to Epstein, Diddy, and Danny Masterson. Some conspiracy theorists even question whether anti-trafficking organizations tied to celebrities are genuine or merely distractions. Joe Rogan has reportedly hinted at future documentaries and investigations, while Katt Williams continues speaking out in interviews. Supporters believe they are preparing to expose dozens more celebrities allegedly tied to Epstein's network. Skeptics, however, argue that much of this relies on speculation, internet rumors, and guilt by association rather than verified evidence. In the end, the biggest question remains whether any of these allegations will ever lead to accountability. Some believe Joe Rogan and Katt Williams are revealing uncomfortable truths about Hollywood and elite power structures. Others believe the entire narrative is built on conspiracy theories amplified by social media. One thing is certain. Conversations surrounding Epstein, celebrity culture, and elite influence continue to dominate the internet. And as more rumors, interviews, and alleged documents surface, the debate is only getting bigger.